400-meter IM, the start list for the B final. Hyatt from Israel down in lane 1. Cam Cummings from Canada in 2. Matt Quatira from Canada in lane 3. Ezequiel Trujillo Alves from Mexico in lane 4. Nicolas Killian in lane 5. Miguel Robles in lane 6. Alejandro Cisneros out of Mission Viejo in lane 7. And Omar Pinzon from Colombia up at the top of your screen in lane 8.
Getting back to this great facility, we have the great Marcus Rogan sitting with us here tonight from Australia, the Olympic silver medalist. He's kind of helping us with stats a little bit. He just told me off camera just a funny statement about this pool. It's really true. It's like Brooklyn, all glamour, no glamour, all grit, and that's what this facility is sort of like. And then when you think about Wrigley Field and Fenway Park, that's what it's like. I mean, there's certainly not great stadiums,
and it speaks to this part of the country.
Yeah,
you know,
exactly.
Midwest, very down to earth, and Indianapolis just a great sporting town.
Well,
hosted the Pan American Games here years and years ago as part of the initial construction for this building, and hopefully we'll host the next Super Bowl, and maybe it's indoors. Maybe we know it'll be warmer than it was in Dallas.
And when I say no glamour, believe me, this is a glamorous facility. But when you compare it to other facilities, new facilities that have been built, you know, obviously when you talk about Beijing and a $200 million pool, the new pools in Columbus, Ohio, Purdue. But this pool is over 30 years old, almost 30 years old, and you know it has held up really, really well. It's incredible, and they always do a wonderful job in putting on a swimming because they know what they're doing.
Well, there's just tradition and there's heritage. The basketball arena here where the Indiana Pacers play, Conseco Fieldhouse, is totally a throwback to the old college days. It is completely retro, and I guess if this building is 30 years old, it qualifies as being probably antique with the way the world is changing right now. Omar Pinzon from Colombia, currently your leader. The backstroke leg coming to a close. Former swimmer for the University of Florida. Has competed for Colombia twice in the Olympic Games in 2004 and 2008. Turns first here and now headed for 100 meters breaststroke.
Pinzon very good on that front half, a great butterflyer and backstroker. As we said earlier, he's training with the likes of Lochte, Vander Kay, Dwyer, the Frazier brothers. They have a real good training core down there now every day. And here's another example. Pinzon down there training with the University of Florida Gators.
Michael Phelps holds the world and American record at 4:03.84, but I was surprised to see, and just speaking for myself, that Us Maluli, who we saw earlier this evening, I thought of him as a freestyle specialist. He's swum the fastest 400 IM time in the world so far this year.
And that was in that Grand Prix just a couple weeks ago in Missouri when he was so good in so many other different events.
So Pinzon from Colombia up in lane 8, still your leader. In the middle of the pool, making a move. Nick Killian at Kingfish Aquatic Club. In the middle of the pool, making a little bit of a move in lane 5. And Ezequiel Trujillo Alves from Mexico in lane 4.
And it's kind of noted a little bit on the whole field starting to inch up on Pinzon. He built a huge lead. He actually may go in second here in the breaststroke. He does. He's not even touching first here at the 300-meter ball. Mexico's brought a great team here.
Trujillo Alves from Mexico, your current leader. And up at the top of the pool again, Pinzon, Omar Pinzon, the two-time Olympian from Colombia, staying very much in contact in the final and freestyle leg. One final turn, 50 meters length of the pool, freestyle, to close out the B final of the 400-meter IM. Avils from Mexico turning first and extending that lead. Next to him are Killian in lane 5, making a little bit of a move. Pinzon up in lane 8. And Pinzon up in lane 8, making a little bit of a push here. Middle of the pool. Avils from Mexico falling back. Omar Pinzon up in lane 8, maybe going to pull this off. Lost most of his lead, going to come right down to the touch, and touching first. It is Avils, Trujillo Avils from Mexico, just holding off Omar Pinzon. And I must credit our production truck, a great line. Omar had us on Pinzon and noodles right down to the finish. I can't take credit when it's that good.
Watch the start. Rockelian in lane number 5. He actually slips off the block. Watch his back foot just kind of slipped off the back of the block, and he kind of just falls in the water. He still gets off okay, even though he did slip.
That was a very competitive race. Omar Pinzon, a very strong back and breast 200 meters, but the Mexican star, Ezequiel Trujillo Alves from Mexico, comes away the winner of the B final. And now the final event on the program this evening, the men's 400-meter IM, the top 8 qualifiers. Tyler Clary of the United States, one of the hottest swimmers among the Americans and maybe in the world right now. You follow what's going on, and his name comes up time and time again. He's really starting to make a move. You see the Pan Pacific, and that's